Hey guys, welcome to Manifesting Better. I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account. The link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available. The link for that too is in the description box below. Hey guys, hope you're well. So in this video, I want to talk about, can I manifest without affirming? So this is a question that I got in one of my Q&As on Instagram, where this person asked me, can I change my self-concept without doing affirmations? And I said yes. So a lot of people asked me if I can make a longer piece of content on it. And I thought that it would be more appropriate to make a video on it rather than a post, because I think I would be able to explain it better here. So let's understand. The short answer is yes, you can manifest without affirming, but you probably will still affirm. So I will explain all of this in detail. So let's understand a few concepts before understanding this topic separately. So what is manifestation in the first place? So manifestation in itself, if I have to give you the simplest way of understanding it, it says that everything around you is a reflection of you, right? Now, when I say everything around me is a reflection of me, then I am a very complex person. I am a human being who is very complex, right? We have a lot of things that we have to understand for ourselves and about ourselves, and how we act, why some people act and manifest things differently, why some people get things in their life differently. So it's more about how we have grown up, what kind of beliefs we have, what kind of things we have learned, what are our perceptions, do we handle life in an optimistic or a pessimistic way, do we consider circumstances as circumstances or stones towards success. So a lot of things matter to understand myself, right? But then how do we actually manifest, and what are some characteristics that we can divide this into so that we can change them practically? So I would say that you can divide it into 4 parts, and I have talked about this in great detail in my self-concept course. The first part is your beliefs, right? We all have beliefs. Then after that, based on those beliefs, we have perceptions of life. Based on those perceptions, we act, and based on those actions, we have boundaries. Let me give you an example for each one of these. Our beliefs, for example, one belief is, I am not good enough. Now, based on this belief, my perception of something that happens in front of me would be accordingly. So let's say I text a friend and my friend doesn't text me back instantly. And then I can perceive it that, oh, maybe they don't like me because I am not good enough. Or maybe they are judging me for something I said because I'm not good enough. That's my perception that is created because of that belief, right? Now, based on that, I can act. How those actions work is, I can text them multiple times, I can chase, I can beg them to be with me, or I can react. I can just, scream at them, hey, you don't value me, why do you always ignore me, anything. And after that, I can have boundaries with, let's say that person is actually ignoring me, like let's say they are being slightly hot and cold, but then they come back and I have no boundaries. I just accept it as it is, right? Now, this is just a very general example, because the examples actually go very situation based, which I cannot cover here. But this is a very general example. So why do we use manifestation techniques then? We use manifestation techniques to change our beliefs, right? After we change our beliefs, we have to consciously change our perceptions, consciously change our actions, consciously change our boundaries. We get hyper focused on the belief part. And the biggest reason why people don't get what they want is, after changing the belief part, they are not consciously changing their perceptions, actions, and boundaries. In the previous example, if I have to take that, let's say I have changed my belief and I have started telling myself I'm good enough. That does not mean that when this person did not text me back instantly, that my knee-jerk reaction wouldn't be that, oh, why did they not text me? Maybe they don't value me. It can be that, but in that moment, I have to consciously stop and change my perception by saying, why wouldn't they do that? I am good enough. I know my value. So they would be lucky to be my friend. That's just a perception shift on how it looks like, right? This is different from thought flipping. This is a perception shift. Then I can consciously stop my actions, and then I can consciously have boundaries. So the last 3 things are conscious. The first one is unconscious, subconscious, whatever you want to call it. Now, we use manifestation techniques to change the unconscious part, right? After that, it all comes down to how we handle the conscious parts through discipline and handling resistance with persistence. That's where persistence comes from. Now, manifestation techniques help us change our beliefs through the use of imagination. Now, Neville Goddard and a lot of people who talk about metaphysics have talked about imagination and how it is important. Imagination is not just your visualization. This is a very important thing to understand, that imagination is not just your visualization. Imagination is anything that creates a feeling inside of you, or creates a thought or pattern inside of you, or creates a chain of thoughts inside of you, which tell you to think differently and which you actually think from, right? Now, affirmations is a technique that can start and create through the help of your imagination. Visualization is a technique that can start and create through the help of your imagination. Scripting, feeling work, all these things are techniques that can help you create through the help of imagination. Eventually, all of these techniques are creating something different in your imagination. Just like right now, if you close your eyes, you still can listen to the world, right, through your ears. If you put hands on your ears, you can still smell. Just like that, our imagination also has different facets. We are not only visual, we also have words, we also have conversations inside our mind, we also say things, we also have thoughts, we also can listen to things, we also have feelings, right? People differently in different areas of their life would have different ways to manifest. Some people are great at visualizing, some people are great at affirming, some people are great at scripting, some people are great at feeling work. And this does not mean that if you're great at visualizing, you cannot be great at scripting. It can also be that you are great at visualizing in money, but you cannot visualize a relationship. So you are great at affirming for a relationship, right? Understanding that all of it is just imagination, all of it eventually goes to imagination, is very important. Now, the reason people use affirmations the most is because affirmations are the easiest way to reach your subconscious, because you don't have to have a perfect image in your mind. You can repeat them whenever. They are literally your thoughts. And no matter any kind of technique that you would use will include some sort of affirmations. Now, if you visualize, you will visualize the other person doing something, but you might also visualize you saying something to them and then saying something back to you. Scripting is basically you writing your affirmations, right, in a different way. Affirming is just a way to create new thoughts in your mind. And while we talk to our own self, we talk to our own selves through words. That's why they are also affirmations. Inner conversations is a form of affirmations, or you can say affirmations is a form of inner conversations, right? So you would use affirmations in literally anything. But when someone asks this question, that can I manifest without affirming, what they basically mean is that can I manifest without using affirmations as a technique and just use it in the natural way it's coming to me via my thoughts, via my feelings, right? The answer is yes, because you also have other techniques at your disposal. Now let's understand when you should use which technique. Visualization I have found helpful when you are easily able to imagine that, because if you are not easily able to imagine that, you can be out of practice, you can not be so good at it, that thing might be away from you in this current moment, which does not really help. What that does for me is that if I'm imagining something that I already know, then it makes me feel better and I can visualize it easily. But if I'm imagining something that I don't really know, or I cannot form proper visuals of, what it does for me is that I get into this zone where I think that it's not happening because I'm not visualizing enough, which is not correct, because you don't have to visualize perfectly. Of course, if you visualize clearly, it helps you manifest faster, but that doesn't mean that you cannot the other way. So I would only use visual scenes for that. If there is something that you want to be super descriptive about, right? Let's say a job, or let's say an event, or a birthday, or a house where you need to have a lot of qualities, I would go with scripting, right? Because you can actually be very detailed with that. If you are someone who wants to work on the general beliefs part, I would go with subconscious affirmation tapes or subliminals or night tapes, however you want to go about it, which you can make your own, or you can find it on YouTube. There are a lot of good ones. Or that is where I can use affirmations. How I personally go about things is I use feeling work, where I try to feel the feelings I would have, and then I connect it with any other technique that makes me feel connected. Now it can be scripting, it can be visualizing, it can be affirming. So a combination of that also works. So a combination of these things can help you manifest what you want. You don't really have to be perfect at one technique. Yes, you can manifest without just consciously affirming. Yes, you can manifest without just consciously visualizing. All that matters is how you are changing yourself on an unconscious level and then on a conscious level through your actions, through your perceptions, and through your boundaries. So I hope this video helps, and I hope that you get the benefit from this, that you can, and I hope you manifest the things that you want. And no, please don't be worried that I cannot manifest without affirmations and visualization. Make it an enjoyable process. Make it something that you do for you to change yourself. If all of the techniques are just focused on changing the outside, you are going to change nothing. If you focus on changing yourself, the outside wouldn't be your concern because it would automatically change, right? Make the goal a change in self, and only then the outside changes. So I hope this helps, and I will see you guys in the next one. Click the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe and turn the notifications on for more such content. Comment down your video suggestions, and I will see you guys in the next one.